Recovering from flu doesn't mean you're immediately safe from other infections. You actually have temporary immune vulnerability for weeks after symptoms resolve, and continued nutritional support is essential to prevent secondary infections and rebuild immune competence. The post-illness vulnerability has clear biological mechanisms. Your immune system is exhausted from fighting influenza. Immune cells have been working maximally and need time to regenerate. Mucosal barriers in your respiratory tract are damaged from inflammation and coughing, reducing your first line of defense against new pathogens. Nutrient depletion from the illness reduces immune function until stores are replenished. Extended recovery nutrition is necessary even after you feel better. Continue higher protein intake, 1.2 to 1.5 grams per kilogram body weight, for 1 to 2 weeks post-illness. This supports immune cell regeneration. Replenish micronutrient stores, particularly zinc and selenium, which were heavily consumed during immune response. Vitamins A, C, and D all support immune function and may have been depleted. Restore gut microbiome if it was disrupted, particularly if you took antibiotics for secondary bacterial infection. Probiotic foods, yogurt, kefir, fermented vegetables, rebuild beneficial bacteria populations. These bacteria support immune function through multiple mechanisms, including training immune cells and producing metabolites that support immunity. Immune-supportive foods during recovery include vitamin A-rich options like sweet potatoes, carrots, and dark leafy greens. Vitamin A is crucial for mucosal immunity, helping restore damaged respiratory tract barriers. Include protein at each meal, supporting antibody production and immune cell regeneration. Continue anti-inflammatory foods discussed earlier to help resolve residual inflammation. Secondary infection risk is substantial. Bacterial pneumonia following flu is a major cause of flu-related deaths. Your damaged airways and depleted immune system create opportunity for bacterial invasion. Continued nutritional vigilance reduces this risk. Recognize that new symptoms, different cough character, new fever after improvement, chest pain, may indicate secondary infection rather than flu continuation, requiring medical evaluation. Gradual return to normal eating is appropriate. Don't immediately resume suboptimal pre-illness diet. Use the recovery period to establish better habits. View illness as a reset opportunity where you're consciously choosing nutritious foods and maintain some of those choices as you fully recover. Lifestyle factors beyond nutrition matter for immune recovery. Adequate sleep supports immune function. Don't immediately return to sleep deprivation after illness. Stress management helps because chronic stress impairs immunity. Gentle exercise resumption supports circulation and immune function, but don't overtax your recovering system with intense workouts immediately. The seasonal reality is that flu season continues for months after your individual recovery. You remain at risk of exposure. Different influenza strains circulate. Your immune protection from one strain doesn't protect against others. Some people get multiple flu infections in a single season, especially if immune recovery is inadequate between infections. Ongoing immune support through continued good nutrition makes sense throughout flu season, not just during the week you're acutely ill. Some people cycle through repeatedly inadequate nutrition, frequent infections, partial recovery, and then reinfection. Breaking this cycle requires sustained nutritional improvement. Long-term perspective matters. Repeated infections deplete nutritional reserves progressively. Chronic nutritional inadequacy increases both frequency and severity of infections over time. Each illness becomes harder to recover from fully. Establishing and maintaining good baseline nutrition reduces this progressive depletion. Preventive measures remain important even after recovering from one flu infection. Hand hygiene, avoiding close contact with sick individuals, and continued vaccination all matter. Nutrition supports immunity but doesn't eliminate infection risk. The transition point from recovery to prevention isn't always clear. Plan on 2 weeks of focused recovery nutrition after symptoms resolve. Then shift to maintaining good nutrition long-term rather than viewing it as temporary illness management. This sustained approach optimizes immunity throughout flu season and beyond. Post-flu immunity optimization isn't just about preventing immediate reinfection. It's about emerging from illness with restored and even enhanced immune competence rather than prolonged vulnerability. Nutritional support during this recovery phase determines whether you bounce back strong or remain susceptible for weeks, potentially facing secondary infections or repeated illnesses throughout the season.